such as counseling.
Okay, I started recording because I forget to turn it on. Go ahead.
So, and I don't know where any of that falls.
I think it falls in healthy families because
Okay.
what you do is something that we could refer to people who are the victims of violence. And so you
Yes.
could just type in the chat, healthy family prevention, and then the name of your organization, when what it is that you do and when you do it, and the email address, and we'll put that in the master file. I'm going live on Facebook now. You guys on our community library page. Okay, the run is coming in now. So, Felicia, can you type that in the chat so I can copy and put it in the master file?
Just did.
Oh, you did? Okay, okay, I'll get it in a minute. Okay, do y'all know anybody that's doing a community garden? That's one of the things that was listed, which I don't know anybody in my neighborhood that does any community gardens. I know, let's see, what's the other one? A Black Ceasefire, guy from Philadelphia put that on there. And financial literacy. I could do something on financial literacy.
I have a sister-in-law over in Texas. She is an accountant, and she is a stockbroker. So I would have to contact her about financial literacy.
Okay. Now you know, what's her name? Coach's wife does financial literacy, but she's not here today because she was gonna do a training. She and Coach, they have a financial program as well. But I'm putting this in. I'm gonna put this in terms of Edge United Investment Club in the master. And I'm gonna catch up the run in a minute. So the Rhonda, we went over this, and Ella is gonna try to do a mental health support group.
Family friendly mental
And
health.
Felicia, you take, oh, I forget. And Felicia, her organization is Grant Me Justice, and she's doing healthy family prevention legal counsel, telling the story, grief and family counseling, and and so you want to use your Grant Me Justice email in there?
Yes,
I added in.
okay.
Okay. So LaRonda, could you tell us the other things that was listed last week at Juneteenth? Because this was all we had was the one from Flowers Park.
Okay, and good evening to y'all. Let me pull it up now. Oh well, I put it on a document but I have the board right here, so I'm trying to pull it up. But anyway, I'll pull it up in a minute. Okay, under Healthy City Solutions, we picked up at number 10, which was Black business classes.
Black business class.
And yeah, Black business class, but I put classes for some reason. Okay, number 11 was social events. I had in parentheses the youth, because that's when the young folks was, giving us ideas about what they would be interested in. Number 12 was sports activities, youth. And number 13, arts and crafts, youth. So pretty much the youth helped us out on the healthy solution side, healthy city solution side. On the healthy family preventions, we did not, I think the only one we added was anger management.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. I guess we have to find out later who does anger management, and we could add that. So far, I'm there. People are typing in the chat. Most of what we have has been healthy family, which is crime prevention. The first thing, and I'm typing it in a master file so that we can get it back, email it back out to everyone with an email. So we have 3 things on there now. We have healthy family, crime prevention, spelling bee, portrait contest, all ages. The first Saturday after Thanksgiving, which is November 27th, 2021. And the venue is live on Zoom. The organization's Next Book Festival, Delta Book Festival, and the email is communitylibrary.ms@gmail.com. The second thing on our list is healthy family financial literacy. The organization is Heirs United Investment Club. The topic is building net worth, and the email is heirsunite@gmail.com. The third one is Grant Me Justice. It's Healthy Family Crime Prevention. And this organization does legal counsel, telling the truth, grief, family counsel, and I missed one, which was Ella's. Oh, I get it. It's Healthy Family Prevention. Ella is a life coach, and she's starting a mental health support group. So she has her email here, coaching@gmail.com, and she's going to give us her date and venue at a later time. But we're going to put, so now we have four groups here that's going to be able to take some of the direct action that was listed from the third rally at Flowers Park and the fourth rally on Juneteenth. I'm going to call out what was on the first list, and you can call out what the second to see if anybody here knows who could do any of these issues or who announced it, so we could get with them to see if they would be willing to step up and do some of the direct action that we put on this list. Okay, so at Flowers Park, on the Healthy City Solutions to Crime side, we had early literacy, Black ceasefire, every neighborhood do a Black ceasefire, then safe space, leadership involvement, tear down the plight, community gardening, intellectual activities, spelling bee contests, and strategic town hall meetings. And on the Healthy Family Prevention to Crime side, there was people listed on forgiveness, I'm sorry, financial literacy, biblical understanding, coalition of the heart, love each other, and mental health. And I'm going to let Rhonda give us the just recap what was said last Saturday at the rally during Juneteenth.
Okay, in regards to, I'm trying to see who expounded on.
Okay, now
if I have any additional.
LaRonda, actually, I'm reading the chat. I don't know if you're on your phone or not. I'm reading the chat.
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, I'm reading the chat, and Brother Licata just said that the Real Learning Institute will be doing the
Okay, I see it.
resolution and anger management, business development training, life skill development training. And also they want to do sports camps and tournaments. And Licata, could you give us a timeline and an email address and a venue? Okay, so we got pretty much a lot of it covered. Brother Licata and his organization is going to do conflict resolution, anger management, business development training, life skill development training, sports camps, and tournaments. Okay, he has given us also his email address to put in the in the master list that we will circulate. And Felicia has given us their email address, and phone number. Hold on.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Marvellous works with Betty Tyler.
Yes.
She also does the conflict resolution, the anger management, life skills training as well.
Okay,
She is a trained alcohol and drug counselor. So she would bring that component as well as mental health support. So she would be a good contact person for anybody who's looking to do that kind of work.
okay. And so, can you contact her to see, what we was trying to do is, we was trying to get a timeline and a venue, like where she does it and when she does it. So we can add to the, we'll add it to a master list and email it to everybody that's on the email. And last time I looked, there was about 68 people on our email list that gave us their contact information within all 4 rallies. But anyway, there are just a few things that were put on the list that haven't been put on there, that we don't have anyone to actually carry out the direct action, like the biblical understanding, someone to actually to ask in each neighborhood, to ask people to do a black ceasefire. Let's see what else. A way for us to ask the city to tear, in Order County, to tear down the plight for new business development and the town hall meetings. Those are just some of the things that were listed that you don't have on the list right now, but I think we have a pretty good start. Does anybody else want to add anything to what we already have, or anybody have any questions?
It is the idea to go neighborhood to neighborhood with these projects?
Well, the ideal is to find out how each organization wants to do them. Like, for instance, the spelling bees, we do those live on Zoom. And some people, they do their, let me see. Felicia, are your programs done on Zoom, or are they in person?
We've been doing person to person, and we have direct contact with victims.
Yeah, because I know you have one, Tasha is here. She went through your program, because I saw
But I
it.
think,
But I saw it on but you do record them and on Zoom, right?
they're not recorded on Zoom. They're actually recorded. Well, I've had 2 people that actually started and 2 people have quit. So they're actually individually recorded, but not on Zoom.
Are they posted
Yes.
on your webpage?
On Grant Me Justice and on my Facebook page.
And did you give us that for the master file, or your web Facebook page?
I'll type it in there. I'll give you my website.
Because
And
I think that we should add that number, also put the link to our community library's Facebook page on the master file. Go in here.
Felicia, are there any individuals in your group that are receptive to telling their stories at the rallies, seeking support, or not necessarily seeking support, but helping others to understand the pain?
Tangela has been there already.
Right,
Tangela
I know.
Shelby.
I know.
She's been there already. A lot of the people that I've been interviewing are people who are still fighting the criminal justice system. So some things that they can say and some things that they're not willing to say. And the other part of a lot of the people, like 4 of the women that I've talked to, sons were killed because of gang activity. And so they're kind of nervous about coming forth, in a public space right now. So it's all dependent upon the individual and what the circumstance is.
Okay. I know Tanya talked about trying to lobby for stronger gun regulations and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be some of the things that we need to put out there on a more regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And that, any of those kind of activities, I think if they came to the rallies to say,
Mhm.
here's some specifically what we need in the way of support, even if it's legislation to push for stronger support.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the governor has a victim of violent crime support program. And so if they're having trouble getting whatever benefits come out of that,
Mm-hmm.
if it's necessary that we lobby the governor to do a better job or be more sensitive to our people,
Mm-hmm.
then those kinds of things can come out at the rallies to
Yeah.
let people know that we need to be as proactive as we can be in
Mm-hmm.
as many situations as we can be, as opposed to always being reactionary.
Yeah. I'm always willing, of course. 4 of the women that mothers that I've talked to, and my organization is statewide. So some of the people, like the 4 I was talking about with gang activity, those 4 actually live in Hattiesburg.
Mm-hmm.
One of the mothers that I've interviewed, she's in Prentice, Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
And so some of them are not in the Jackson area and may not, I think if I connect them with Tangela, because the work that she's doing is that work, her organization that she's starting, I think she needs to be connected with all of them so that they can be a force behind what she's doing. And Tangela, I'll call you or you call me and I'll connect you with them.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay.
Mm.
Can you tell us what kind of organizational work you're doing, and if we could put it on our master list to send out so that people would know what you're doing and they could contact you to for you as a resource, or when your next venue is and where. Like we have whether this is a healthy city crime solution, healthy family crime prevention. Then we put down the name of the organization, what it is they're doing, the email address, and what the venue is, whether it's in person or on Zoom. And I'm gonna put it on the master list to send out to our email list. Now has about 68 people from all 4 rallies. The last rally was at during Juneteenth on Ferris and Monument Street. And the next one, which is planned, is August the 28th. And Mr. Cooper is trying to do 2 in July, which will be a gathering at several churches. And those have not been announced yet.
Mm.
Okay. Now, Mary, when you were speaking, were you speaking to me or were you speaking to Felicia? I'm sorry.
You, because Felicia was
Okay.
just telling us that you were
Okay.
starting an organization and
Well,
whatever.
Well, I'm not starting one. I'm a part of an organization.
Oh, you're part
And
of
it's,
them. Okay.
yeah, and it's Moms and Men Action. I mean, they're national. They're when it says Moms and Men Action, but it's inclusive of males and females, and it's for victims who have been, affected due to, gun violence. So what they do is they collaborate and they get together and they, send out information about different legislators or laws or things they're trying to get passed within the, the House, with Congress, so that we can have stricter laws. So that organization is strong and already developed. So I can pull, there's a local, what I'm trying to say, there's a local group here where I can pull us in so that we can be more active into what we're doing right here now.
Well,
But
can you,
I will provide that information for you. I'll put it in the email. Say it again.
okay, can you put it, in the chat before we end this? Because I'm gonna put it out in a file.
Okay.
And then
All right.
we're gonna put it in a chart and send it back out. And then hopefully some of the people who were not, like some people told me they had to work and they couldn't attend this Zoom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can do that.
so just give us whether what you do is a healthy city solution to crime or healthy family prevention to crime, and then the name of the organization, the venue, whether it's live on Zoom or whether it's in person, and the timeline when you all meet, and then an email, phone number, or Facebook contact, and then I can put it in the master list, and then we'll have a place for referral.
Okay. We can do that. I can do that. All right. I'm going now to my emails to get our state, the different contacts for the organization. Okay.
Okay, so far in our master file, we have healthy family prevention, a spelling bee and a poetry contest, which is Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 27, 2021. It's live on Zoom. The organization is the Jackson Book Festival and the Delta Book Festival. And the email is communitylibrary.ms@gmail.com. Next, we have healthy family prevention, financial literacy, Heirs United Investment Club, building net worth, heirsunited@gmail.com. Also, Coach and his Kabasi and his wife, they have financial literacy, and they will be adding a financial literacy program and to this master list and giving us a timeline when the event is and where the event will be, whether it will be what facility will be in. Then we have Grammy Justice, and this is on the healthy family prevention to crime. And Grammy Justice, which we just heard from Felicia Marshall, they have legal counsel, they have what you call telling the story, grief, family counseling, and they're actually in Byron. She has the phone number here, the website, and the Facebook page listed. Next, we have Ella Lewis. She is also a counselor and a grief counselor, and her program is under Healthy Family Prevention, and she is starting a family and mental health support group, and she is going to announce later where it is going to be and the date. But she has given us her email address. Then we have the Real Learning Institute, which provides training activities for youth and adults. And also conflict resolution, anger management, which will be done by Marvellous Works, and that's Miss Betty Tyler, and we have her email address. And also Real Learning Institute will be doing sports camps and tournaments. And the last thing that we have here is, that's Tangela's program, and it seems that they actually challenge the judicial and legal system. And she's typing that. As soon as she types it, I'm gonna put it in the in this master file to send back out. Are there any other comments or questions?
Yeah, let me add one or two things. The Keitha Stamps built a greenhouse, and in his greenhouse, he partitions off, I think it's 5 foot square raised plots for individuals who want to learn how to garden, or individuals who already know how to garden. They want to do it within that greenhouse area. I think that's on McDowell Road, on his at his campus on McDowell Road. I'll get
It
that.
is. Uh-huh.
I'll get that address for you so you all can have it. Also, the
So
Jackson,
he teaches gardening.
well, he provides the space, and of
Oh.
course he's a farmer himself, so he will advise people on how to make best use of their plot within that greenhouse. The Jackson Medical Mall also has a community garden, which is on Bailey Avenue, across from the Jackson Medical Mall. I don't know how they manage it in terms of getting other people involved, but if we know people that are interested in that, then we can get that started.
Are you talking about Miss Benita Burke's garden?
I don't know who owns it or anything. It's across the street from the Jackson Medical Mall on Bailey Avenue.
Oh,
And they
you mean on
identify
Bailey Avenue? Okay.
They identify it as a community garden.
Across, I know what you said on the Bailey Avenue side, which is different from Miss Burke. She's behind the mall in that old grocery store.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with that one, but we said that we were trying to identify places where people who were interested in that could go. And so I was just making that acknowledgement. If we find enough people who would be interested in doing that, there is an open lot on Arva Vista Street that is looking to begin a community garden as well, but we'd have to have enough people that were interested in doing that type of work. So if we have individuals, it came up in the rally. So if there are people who are sincere or interested, then we have places where they can actually get started. And that's why I was making those acknowledgements.
And when you said that, I think that there's a garden 1 block on from my mother's house on Bailey Avenue. It's a community garden there, right by the church.
That's Wells Church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they coordinate that. They haven't had a lot of participation. And so it's kind of, hit and miss. But again, if we have individuals who are sincere and want to do that, then we can make that happen. If that's the neighborhood that they're in, we can make that happen. But I think at this point, we have to just let people know that there are opportunities for some of these suggestions that were made, and those that are interested can join in by, through referral. If you want to list my name as one of those people who can make the community garden referrals, and I'll accept that responsibility.
Okay, and I have it all typed in the in one master file that I will send out to everyone on the email, and then we can improve the list from there. In terms of, and Miss Betty Tyler just came in. Can you tell us, Miss Betty, can you tell us when you do your conflict resolutions and where, so we can add that to the file, the master file?
Right now, you're
Hey,
muted,
good
Betty.
evening. Yes, good
Okay.
evening, everybody. How are you all doing?
I'm just fine. How are you?
Good. I apologize for being late. I had a conflict. As a matter of fact, I'm driving now, but I am on. So now what I've been doing with Marvelous work, what we do with the conflict resolution, I have been pretty much going by request. If I get a request, to present to an entity or agency or whatever, or a group, then normally that's how I conduct my presentations. You can, with my information, and what are you all talking about doing? A curriculum? You want to add it into a curriculum or something spontaneous? How you, or is playing, you're planning a curriculum? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I wouldn't consider it a curriculum. This is just direct action. These are activities that we as community leaders are going to carry out through our organizations. For instance, early literacy, early childhood literacy, intellectual activities is considered a healthy family prevention. We did the last two rallies, we did a chart that said healthy city, prevention to crime, healthy family, solution to crime, and healthy family, prevention to crime. And so we have.
I'm sorry. What I'm asking though is I can get you the information and I can present you a synopsis of the profile for conflict resolution. And of course I do anger management, self-esteem, and others. But what I'm asking is, you say, well, how you gonna compile this, and what are you gonna do with it?
Okay, we've had 4 rallies, and we have 68 emails from those 4 rallies, and we communicate by emailing to the participants. We keep them informed through email. So we have that's what I was trying to explain to you. We're doing a master list of direct action that organizations will do. Like, for instance, a community library in Mississippi, we do intellectual programs. We do spelling bees, poetry contests, and we have a speaking program. And our next event through the Jackson Book Festival and the Delta Book Festival, which is in the Mississippi Delta, is we gave the exact date, which is November the 27th, 2020. And the venue is on Zoom. And also we gave the email address, and we're gonna put the Facebook page. So each organization is just giving us the basic information to put on the master list that we're gonna submit to everybody that's in our database or email list, whatever you want to call it. Because we continue to have rallies, and the list is growing. We have the next so that's all we need for you. I just typed in what we got from Brother Nakata on your program, and you can give us more information. Like, I think he gave us your email address, or if you have a Facebook page or phone number.
I have a Facebook page, and I also have a program profile. I have. So what do you want me to send you? That's what I'm asking you.
You can type in the well, do you see what I had? It
She's
says
driving. She's driving.
You driving.
Right, I'm driving.
I see you driving.
But I'll take a look at it, and I'll make sure I get to you what it is that you need. And then if I have a question, I'll give you a call, and so you can kind of walk me through exactly what you need, because you're not asking for a whole brochure or anything like that, are you?
No, we're just doing a list that says the organization, whether it's a healthy city, healthy family, and then what you do, when you do it, the venue, and the contact information, and we send it back out to everybody on the list.
Okay, fine. I sure will. Thank you for that opportunity to do that.
Oh, and thank you for your participation. We really appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else before I mute myself again?
Oh, I think that's it. We'll send the email out and you'll get it and you can just tell us what to add to it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I would ask Felicia and Tanji, is Tanja? With the groups that you all are working with, is there a need for any of the services that Betty and myself identify through your group? For example, is there a need for maybe some basic political action training? Is there a need? Is there maybe a need for some self-esteem workshops or anything like that?
Not for the organization I'm in. They're pretty much well developed, you know, established. Like I said, they're more on the legislative level, you know, trying to get these gun laws passed and,
Right.
you know, pretty much in the community, just educating people about being present and having a voice and making sure that they contacting those individuals so that those laws can be passed. That's really their driving force. We do come to various, you know, local community activities so that our name can be present and so the numbers can go, because you know there's power in numbers.
Definitely.
Right. So that type of service is not needed for this organization.
Okay.
But
All right.
And my organization is very, 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 when I say very new, very new. And so I'm just a mother who lost her child.
Understood.
And from that, then this organization was birthed. I'm in the building stage of this organization. So I welcome all the resources I can possibly get. I really do. I would love to meet one-on-one, you know. I welcome any wisdom I can get.
Okay. Well, you know, with that thought, just so that everybody can know, every Monday at 6:30, we have a community-based organization that's called the Coalition for Economic Empowerment. And we discuss community issues and strategies to attack or to approach all of those different types of issues. Again, when we talk about the legal or the lobbying, we do talk about those kinds of issues. We talk about the crime issues and the impact of crime, how to strategies to resolve some of those issues. We too are looking to go statewide with the work that we're doing, and that type of thing. So if there's anything that we can do, especially for Felicia, for the group that you're working with, just let me know. We'd be glad to add whatever technical assistance we can.
Can you give me your number?
769-572-7441.
And at the end of this meeting, which will end in about 7 minutes, I'm gonna send everybody's email address that was on this Zoom and that has agreed to do direct action as a result of the rallies, so that we could support whatever direct action everyone has agreed to do to make our city and families better.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to let you all know that, I mean, I'm available to assist with whomever, you know, for whatever. I'm not just specific to the organization. I mean, so wherever I'm needed, I'm willing to be there providing my job. I'm not working, but I am definitely, you know, if you need me to speak somewhere, you need me to speak to a mother or a father or whomever, a guardian who has lost someone, I'm always available. I'm available for that and whatever else you all need.
Okay.
Now, Betty and I have talked about collaborating to do workshops in these different areas of life skills training that we're doing. And so we haven't had our sit down yet, but I'm sure we're going to do that soon. And when we do that, then we'll be looking to you all to make referrals to some of these workshops where, you know, sometimes our people need a distraction, a positive distraction from some of the things that they're in, and some of these workshops that we're going to be doing would be considered that positive distraction. And sometimes we'll even need you all, especially Shelby and Marshall, to come in and talk about, you know, the pain of loss and how to survive those kinds of situations.
Hey, yeah, I just want to be clear too. I have a very strong interest on accountability. You know, I've said that before, and I don't know where we can get this fact, you know, who maybe need to steer here. It may be me, but you know, we need some accountability from our people in these positions, you know, on our from the, you know, just the judges, from the mayor's office. We need we gotta start holding these criminals accountable for what they're doing. You know, all these things we're speaking of, they're great, and they are, to me, it's a part of it. But where do we enforce these punishments for their actions? Because if we don't have something to curtail them from wanting to do it, other than just motivating them to be better individuals, because once they, you know, I think the word needs to be, once you've done it, okay, this is what happens. You know, I have a strong interest in adding something like this to what we're doing.
Well, how would you do that? What do you think is the way going forward to hold people accountable? Do you think we need like a letter writing campaign, or going to the city council meeting? I mean, what do you think we need to do?
I think, like you said, going to the city council meetings, and maybe, I don't know if we get like a roster of the murders that have occurred, and maybe kind of follow it through, you know, and I mean, and help guide some of these parents through the steps. Because once it happens, I mean, this is new to you. I mean, nobody knows what to do when your child, you know, your loved one has been taken from you. And then you are informed of certain things, and those things don't take place. So I just think there needs to be, you know, eagle eyes placed on this type of thing.
Well, what if you had to? How would you identify this? What would you call this? Would you call this like a crime watch, or?
No, I don't. When you said crime watch, that just didn't it didn't speak to me. Just give me a moment. I'll think about it, and I'll get back to you all. Yeah.
I think Moms Demand Action actually speaks to what you're saying. And it's just a matter of supporting the work that they espouse, and being there for them, and then taking some initiative in some other areas. I think, as you said, we need to call a meeting with the mayor. We need to call a separate, not at city. Well, we can go to city council meeting, but we need to have a sit down with city council, separate from city council meeting, just to tell them how we, you know, again, explain to them the pain that we're going through, and whatever they can do to help, then, you know, or whatever suggestions we come up with that they need to be doing. Same way with the legislators. They got a thing called the Mississippi Black Caucus. We need to be on their agenda.
Yep, I agree.
I've gone before people on the state level, and as you guys know, that there is a lot of talk about criminal justice reform, but that's all for the criminal, the defendant.
Right.
And so for the victim, it's like a slap in the face. I mean, I've gone and sat, giving my story, crying like a baby. It was like, it's no big deal. Just go and cry. And when you finish,
bye.
bye.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It is a lot, and I'm with Tangela. It is an uphill battle. Even for people to just for you to even be in the face and have conversations with them about the fact that you're wanting some reform from the perspective of the victim. We want someone to be held accountable for the actions that they've done. We don't want somebody like the last person that was convicted for my child got a 5-year. One of them was 15, played out for 15. The second played out for 15. The third one played out for 5, and he out. He out. Somebody has to be, somebody has to be held accountable for this, because it's like your child is dead and it doesn't even matter.
They just move on.
With all
It's like once it happens, the victim is become obsolete.
Yep.
And the person who's committed the crime, they're on the forefront. Okay, what can we do? Let's consider this. That's what it becomes. So I mean, I just want to be sure that we kind of infuse this into what we're doing as well, because
Well, I'm in total agreement with that, but I think that, those of us who work in that area or look at that aspect need to sit down. The three of us, I'm thinking right now, because that's the kind of work that we do through the coalition. And we just need to sit down and make a list of what we would like to see happen. And then we meet with these groups or these individuals, we meet with them away from their spotlight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for me, this is not a photo op that we're trying to get. We're trying to get some real work done.
Right. Exactly.
And even when we talk about the gang issue, I mean, we have to be able to get out in front of that, and then and make the victims feel protected, so they can come forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I just think too,
the government
even
should
like
not be afraid of the government should not be afraid of those thugs.
Right. Exactly. And I think, there's definitely a decrease in morale, even like with your officers, they're arresting them, those that they are capturing, but once they arrest them, where are they? Back on the street, probably before they even get to their home and not, it's ridiculous. So,
well, we just in Jackson or in Hinds County, we just elected 5 female judges, Black female judges. And everybody was all excited about that. Well, we need to put our list together and tell those judges, here's what we need from y'all.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. Once this happened, we need to get together and see what are they doing once they go in the courtroom. What type of penalties, what type of punishments, or what type of sentencings are they giving?
Well, I think I personally think that's one of the things that again, when you talk about moms demand action, I think that's something that they should be following up on. But if they're not doing it, then we need to do it.
Yeah, they don't do it like that. They're all about gun control, and their thing is, making sure that individuals that shouldn't have guns they're not being in possession of them. That's their main thing, getting those laws passed, and I became interested in that because I do have definitely interest in that, but as well, I do want to make sure that this accountability aspect is part of what I'm doing.
Y'all make it sound like people just get away with murder in Hinds County.
They do.
I mean,
They do.
Wait a minute, we got 141, we got 148 homicides in 2020 and only 4 convictions.
See what I'm talking about?
So yeah, somebody got away with it.
Oh my God.
Not only for conviction, but are those individuals even in jail? Where are they?
Right, yeah.
Where are they? Because there's
Exactly.
a whole, so where are those people? So,
Wow.
And the convictions,
go ahead, Felicia.
the convictions were probably from a plea.
Yeah, plea bargain. Too many plea bargains.
Plea bargain.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to trial.
And you have some people, some individuals, they just don't have the strength, or they don't have the knowing, they don't have the just tenacity to keep going with this. Because I mean, it calls for a lot, it takes a lot out of you. And once you keep going through the system, you keep hearing the same old thing, you're like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I'm tired. So it's like, there again, these people are winning. So let's
Well,
meet. Let's talk.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
let's do it. Okay, well, I think this has been a very productive meeting, and this is just the beginning of more things that people are going to do in terms of direct action. And I have you all listed as the last step in terms of you all getting together to work on accountability in terms of murder and accountability in the judicial system. And of course, so we've come to a close, and I'm going to email this to everyone in a few minutes. Does anyone have any final thoughts that they would like to say before we? And I'm going to put this recording on Community Library of Mississippi's Facebook page. Probably in a couple of hours. So they will be recorded what we did. Any other final thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. Well, all right, you guys, this was a great meeting, and I look forward to us doing direct action and making a difference in our city and in our families, in our communities. God bless.
God bless.
Okay, y'all
Thank you
have a
so
good one.
much.
Thank y'all.
Thank
I got
you.
you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Mary.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.